Welcome back to another episode of Jacksonville Buzz's Buzzworthy Businesses. I'm Steve Strum. Today we have Marcin Hasse from SOFTGENT LLC. I think I got it all right?
Yes.
All right. You tell us a little bit about what is SOFTGENT.
Of course. First of all, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for being here. It's actually amazing studio that you have in here. SOFTGENT is a company that's been funded back in 2017. And at that time, back in 2017, we discovered that there is a certain need for competences in the market. And we came up with the idea that maybe we can build some of these competences and offer to our customers. So we put together a team, very smart people, and we used their capabilities and competences and knowledge and experience. And we came into the positions where we could service our first customers.
So you're in the technology space,
yes.
But you're not just a technology company. So what type of technology what do you do for your customers that's valuable and unique that makes your company a standout? Like, what is that thing? Because you don't do what you do what everybody else does, but you also do more stuff over here.
That is correct. So we started as a professional services company. So we still have that in our DNA. We do provide capabilities and competences that can be utilized by our customers to transform their business, to help them accomplish their goals. But over time, we decided to be a little bit more than just professional services company. And we've been dealing a lot at that time with IoT, where there's a lot of communications and connectivity. And that's really one of the key areas of our expertise. And IoT, the projects are very different from each other, but they still have a lot of similarities. So we learned about the similarities, and we decided to support this, and we put together our own view of the similarities, and we're solving this certain problems of IoT on our own. And now what we do, we're offering basically certain building blocks, certain components to whoever would like to work with us. And using these components can speed up the projects and process of deploying certain solutions a lot, and also it can be competitive if it comes to the overall project pricing. So we have our own solutions and products around it.
So IoT, for the folks that are like, what the heck's an IoT? This is the application of both software, hardware, and processes like total quality management type of stuff like TQM or Six Sigma. So software, hardware, processes to help reduce cycle time for a business. So a business comes in and they want to make this table, and it takes them 15 hours to make the table. At a very basic example, you come in, you design these processes and implement procedures that will help them maybe reduce the time for that table to be produced by 50%, therefore doubling their profitability just based off of cycle time. Now, a little bit more than this table, but as a concept for folks that are going, what the heck is an IoT? Would that kind of give a good example of what that means?
Yes, you got this.
So beyond the table, like, I know you do more than tables. Like, what are some of the projects you work on?
Yes, I will tell you. This is actually interesting. The first time I'm hearing this analogy to the chair, but that's so really. IoT is very simple, though. It's all about knowledge, and the knowledge specifically in IoT has been. It's taken out from physical world. So we have certain things in the physical world. And we need to make certain decisions to support business, to make this work faster and whatsoever. But we need to read this. So we gathering information from physical world. We're transferring this information. And the physical world gives us a data. Data is not a knowledge. You need to polish this data to give you a knowledge.
Right, it has to be interpreted
exactly
in order for an outcome to, and otherwise it's just a bunch of data on a spreadsheet or some sort of database.
So that's what we do. And you've been asking about something that is unique to us. And we are actually, there are a lot of companies that take the data from physical worlds and they transfer this back into let's say, cloud and decision-making systems. We did that a little bit differently because we wanted to make sure that the only certain amount of data, the data that is meaningful, is being transferred up into the cloud. So we're allowing, through our deployments and through our technologies, to do a lot of pre-processing straight at the edge where the source of data is. So instead of sending everything up into the cloud, we're sending only what is meaningful. And that is actually helping to reduce the cost save time and whatsoever.
Sure, because data packaging is still data packaging, and if you
Exactly.
have a file that's 10x the size and it's got a whole bunch of junk in it, one, you got to send it on up, and then the person on the other side of the cloud, they have to interpret the junk, where you can siphon that out, get the salient data in order to get to a decision. So it's fascinating, right? And so I really wish that, feel free to steal the idea about the table. No, it's yours. I want 10%. But no, feel free to take that one, because explaining these things in ways that people can understand it is certainly it's very hard, right? To do that, and it's like multi-dimensional planning is what you do, and people go, what? So the best example that I ever got of multidimensional, because you probably work in 10, 15, 20 different dimensions in your planning strategy, is from grad school, from a gentleman named Dr. Duke, he's rest his soul by now, who is a NASA engineer. He said, think about it this way, Steve. Multidimensional planning. For people that are going, what are you guys even talking about, right? Table, shorter time, got it. Multidimensional planning. A word is a word. A letter is in a word. A word put together is a paragraph. A paragraph put together is a page is a book is a bookshelf, so on and so forth, library, that you can really work outside of these three dimensions that we all exist in this metasphere, in order to maximize profitability, minimize expenses where possible, and where you can either increase the cycle time or the quality. Kind of sounds like,
Exactly.
And that's probably the tip of the iceberg.
It is, but not only that. I'm going to give you another interesting experience. You could use IoT to make certain things in your business, increase profitability, reduce time, but also you can improve safety, for example. And this is one of the interesting areas that I personally like a lot, when you can actually hire this technology to help protect people. And this is where really it's meaningful for our societies and for our healthcare systems, for our manufacturing facilities, and so on and so forth. And one of the solutions that we've developed at SOFTGENT, it's an RTLS system, which is real-time locating system. We can hire the system to basically track the locations of the object inside of the buildings. And with that, we can do certain things. We can put the device on a forklift and on a person, and whenever they coming together, we can warn the forklift driver that there is somebody on a way, and we can avoid seeing these accidents.
Right, because when you get in industrial accidents, you're not talking about a paper cut.
Exactly.
You're talking about an arm. Yeah. Well, it's just so fabulous. There's probably so much more we can discuss, and this is just like the tip of the iceberg. What we'll do is we'll make sure to put your information on our website, which is thedailynewsnetwork.com. People can come check it out, see what's going on, kind of get an understanding of who you are, what you do, and where you might be valuable for them. I really appreciate you spending this time. Coming from a bit of a technological background, it's really interesting to see the stuff that, things that you learn about in collegiate experiences, things that you're actually manifesting today to create a better tomorrow. Steve, whether it's profitability, safety, somewhere in between. I really appreciate you coming to see us today.
I appreciate that, and I'm promising you I'll be here next year, and we will talk about this new chair product.
The new chair, you're going to print one out? All right, but you know what? I love you, but we can't do it without these guys, right? So what a cool interview, right? Hey guys, if you like what you see, please make sure to share this episode. Thank you so much again for joining us on Buzzworthy Businesses, and remember to always live with gratitude.